His name was Arjun, and he had a problem. Everything he tried failed. His first job? Fired within 3 months. They didn't appreciate me, he said. His small business? Bankrupt within a year. The market was against me, he said. His relationships? All ended badly. People don't understand me, he said. Arjun had a dozen reasons for every failure, and none of them were about him. It's bad luck. The timing was wrong. No one supported me. The world is unfair. He sat in a small rented room surrounded by the wreckage of his dreams and wondered why life kept punishing him. One evening, an old man knocked on his door. He was a retired teacher who had known Arjun's family years ago. "I heard you've been struggling," the old man said gently. Arjun nodded, grateful for someone to talk to. He poured out his story, all the failures, all the unfairness, all the reasons it wasn't his fault. The old man listened without interrupting. When Arjun finished, he was quiet for a long moment. "Arjun," he said finally, "may I show you something?" He led Arjun to the small bathroom mirror in the corner of the room. "Look," he said. Arjun looked. He saw himself, tired, defeated, but familiar. "What am I supposed to see?" "In every failure story you told me, who was the one person present in every single one?" Arjun opened his mouth, closed it, looked at the mirror again. "I was," he whispered. The old man nodded. "Now, let me ask you some questions, not to blame you, but to help you see. Your first job, when you were fired, did you ask why? Did you try to improve?" Arjun thought. "I was angry. I just left." "Your business, when it started failing, did you adapt? Did you learn from mistakes?" Arjun's face reddened. "I kept doing what I knew. I thought it would turn around." "Your relationships, when things got hard, did you communicate? Did you try to understand?" Arjun couldn't meet the old man's eyes. "I just walked away." The old man wasn't cruel, he wasn't judging, he was simply holding up a mirror, and Arjun was finally looking. "You don't fail because of bad luck, Arjun. You fail because you quit too soon. You blame others. You never learn from mistakes." Arjun wanted to argue, but the mirror stopped him. The man in the mirror had been there for every failure. The man in the mirror had chosen anger over learning, stubbornness over adaptation, quitting over persistence. "What do I do?" he whispered. The old man smiled gently. "You start by taking responsibility. Not for one failure, for all of them. You look at each one and ask, what did I do? What could I have done differently? What will I do next time?" That sounds hard. It is. Blaming is easy, learning is hard, but blaming keeps you stuck. Learning sets you free. That night, Arjun didn't sleep. He sat with a notebook and wrote down every failure, not the excuses, the truth. At his job, he had been late, he hadn't listened, he'd argued instead of learned. In his business, he'd ignored advice, he'd refused to adapt, he'd given up too soon. In his relationships, he'd been selfish, he'd stopped trying, he'd run instead of fought. Page after page he wrote. It hurt, it burned, but it also cleared something. For the first time, he saw himself clearly, not as a victim, as a student, a beginner, someone who could learn. The next years weren't easy, but they were different. He found a new job, and when criticism came, he listened instead of argued. He learned, he grew, he kept it. He started another business, small this time. When it struggled, he adapted, he asked for help, he persisted, it grew. He entered a new relationship, and when conflict came, he stayed, he communicated, he tried. It lasted. Years later, Arjun sat in his own office looking at photos on his wall, not of successes, of failures, each one labeled with what it taught him. The old man visited one more time. "You kept them," he observed. Arjun nodded. "They're not failures anymore, they're lessons." The old man smiled gently. That's the difference between someone who always fails and someone who finally succeeds. The one who succeeds didn't fail less, they learned more. If you feel like you always fail, here's the truth you need to hear. Failure is not your problem. Quitting is. Blaming is. Refusing to learn is. Every successful person has failed, more times than you. more painfully than you. The difference? They looked in the mirror and asked, "What can I learn from this?" You don't fail because of bad luck, Arjun. You fail because you give up at the first sign of difficulty. You blame circumstances instead of examining yourself. You repeat the same mistakes and expect different results. The mirror doesn't lie. The man or woman in it has been present for every failure, and that same person has the power to be present for every success, if they're willing to learn. So stop asking, "Why does this always happen to me?" Start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" The answer to that question is the only thing between you and the life you want. If this story challenged you to look in your own mirror, subscribe to Life Lessons Daily for more stories about turning failure into growth. Click the bell for daily reminders that success is just learning in disguise. In the comments, share what's one failure you're ready to learn from instead of blame. Your honesty might help someone else look in their mirror.